All right, all right. Great evening, great evening, great day, great evening. I want to thank everybody again. My name is Terrell Bilbo. I'm one of the core members here at Tokenize Assets. We are super excited. We had an amazing event, like I was saying this weekend. We were able to launch our first marketplace and it's now live, guys. It is live, and we're super excited. We want to thank again all the people who were able to make it out and actually took the time to travel to Miami to be with us. Mr. Jackson, Torrey, Hubert, Miss Denise, and so many others traveled here, spent their time, spent their dollars, spent their effort to be with us here in Miami. And we just want to say thank you to all of you. Had a chance to meet Miss Selena and her beautiful great niece. And it's just so many people. Like the weekend was filled with so many great moments from us being on us being on the van, going to the event at Noble and just really celebrating each other. And now we understand that we are tokenizers. It was just a beautiful event. And then also want to thank all of you who joined us online. Joined us online. You stayed with us the whole time, throughout the whole day, throughout the whole evening, all the way to our tokenized house party at the end of the night. And we want to thank you as well. Um, we hope that you guys got the value out of what we wanted to share with you this weekend, and that you are as fired up about tokenized assets as we are, and you really understand what we're positioned to do as a company, and also what we're positioned to do as a community. Guys, this is history in the making, and I don't want it to be lost over a good time that we had. But I want you guys to really understand that this is history. Me and Michelle was talking after everything was over and everybody had left and went home, and I told her, being first is not always sexy. It's not always, the easiest thing to do. I said, but the fact that we launched a platform in an $867 trillion industry is a win in itself, guys. So I want you guys to understand that is the reality of what we have done. This is history. For you guys who were here in the flesh, and for you that were online, that is it. That is exactly what you witnessed. You witnessed history happen this weekend. So again, we are super excited. We want to thank you again for being with us this weekend. And the work is just getting started. This is the beginning. This is only the beginning, and we're looking for so much more. So with that being said, let's get into our business overview this evening. Guys, this is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. So please consult your financial advisor on any investments that you decide to make. So when we look at the vision of tokenized assets, our vision is to empower millions of people with wealth creation through tokenization. Now, how do we do that? Because we're sitting in front of, and I say, a $24 trillion industry, and that only encompasses the real estate side of what this market truly is, right? But first and foremost, what's tokenization? Tokenization enables fractional ownership of illiquid or alternative assets that traditionally require high capital investment and hence have a limit investor base, such as real estate, private securities, and art. Investors can hence benefit from a wider range of asset choices due to increased affordability, facilitating portfolio diversification, while sellers can benefit from assets having greater liquidity. So everybody, we understand what the problem is. So for everybody wants to earn money from real estate investing, but the truth is less than 20% actually have the cash or credit to do so. Millions are priced out of the market until now. So when we look at the traditional model of real estate investing, you have your larger hedge funds, you have your investors, you have your good credit guys. Like, they make up 70% of the market that monopolizes they make up a smaller percentage of 30% of the market that monopolizes the market and really keeps the smaller guys out. But you have 70% of the world that doesn't get to participate, guys. But the truth is that 70% is the ones who really make up the money that the hedge funds and the banks use to go out here and do these type of investments. So we say with tokenized assets, we become the largest hedge fund in the world, and we take that buying power and we take down some of the largest assets in the world. And then when you look at the traditional model, right, of being a real estate investor in your REITs, right, you have a 5-year holding period, right? So you have a longer lockup period that you have to keep your funds tied in certain investments. Right now we understand with interest rates, the access to money and the cost of money is a lot higher now, right? And then you have your credit buyers. You have to be an accredited investor, and for most people, because they're not accredited investors, so again, they are priced out of the market. They do not get to participate in what tokenization is or investing. But the solution is, we feel, definitely is tokenization. For fractional. From a fractional of traditional real estate investment, fractional tokenization of real estate allows, and for only $500, an investor can earn the same percentage gain as a person investing $1 million. You have low entry fees, 1 year only to hold your position in that asset, and then you have access to assets all around the world. All assets follow traditional acquisition process. LLCs own the asset, and then the token holders own a part of that LLC. And we'll get more into that when we talk about the process of tokenization of an asset and what that really looks like. But we like to say, documentation beats conversation any day of the week. So when you say, why is tokenization of assets the future of finance? Well, when we look at what HSBC is saying, HSBC being the 6th largest bank in the world, they are saying that we are already seeing evidence of a growing demand for tokenized assets. A World Economic Forum report estimates that the size of the traditional markets that could potentially benefit from tokenization is $867 trillion, covering equity, debt, derivative, and securitized product markets. The growth and increased adoption of tokenized assets has the potential to catalyze a new wave of product innovation in financial services. Again, guys, this is what HSBC is saying. This is not what Terrell is saying. This is not what Michelle is saying. This is what HSBC is saying. And you know what, guys, I want to point out something that I think is even more, that's awesome, right? Even more awesome, right? But when you see these type of reports and you hear HSBC saying that tokenized assets are going to be this market, to have this large marketplace, and tokenization is going to be at $867 trillion. If you went to the event in Miami, you understand one key thing about this. Every time from now on that you see the word tokenization or token, guess who owns those words? We own the word tokenization as a company, as a group. We own these words now. So not only is it something that we're talking about and believe in, we actually own the actual words. So that's big. We actually copyrighted that, and I have to give I have to give kudos to our SEAL team. Miss BB, Ezra, Oscar. All of them, when me and Michelle were all doing something, came back to the house, man, they were in there and they had came out saying, look at what we just done. And I think the value that they just added to not only the company, but to you guys as a whole and to what we're doing as a whole by tokenizing and showing that tokenized assets is the company that owns this word, and we'll get the credit for this industry and owning these words. Like, it's really mind-blowing that we're in that position, but that's what we're doing, and that's how we position ourselves in an $867 trillion market. So I just wanted to tell you that. I didn't want that to be lost, okay? But then it also goes on to say that, it is easier sometimes to 10x, to make something 10x better than it is to make it 10% better. Excuse me. DLT, distributed ledger technology, has arrived, propelling the rise of tokenization and thus enabling the market to be 10x more efficient, 10x more inclusive, 10x more resilient. To do this requires to take the path less tried and undertake the risk of failure for the larger payoff, guys. And how many of you understand that what we did in Miami this week was that taking that first step, taking that leap of faith and saying, we're going to go out here and we're going to do this, right? But then it goes on to say, it says the 10x potential of tokenization, that once a property, a real estate fund, or a financial instrument is tokenized, the real advantages come into play. Subsequent transactions are instant, nearly free of charge, and have done properly without counterparty risk. This is an absolute game changer for the industry. So all the signs are pointing towards that we are in the right place at the right time. So how do we change the lives of 70% of society? Again, guys, we truly believe that tokenization is the absolute answer. You have all your bigger buyers and they're united with your smaller buyers, and now they all can participate alongside each other, giving the market more liquidity, diversification, and democratization, which is very important. Everybody gets to participate. And then all of the token holders earn a piece of the pie. It doesn't matter what we're selling, we're renting, corporate housing, Airbnb. It doesn't matter. These are the assets that we're looking at, and you'll be able to buy and own a piece of with as little as $500, right? And then you'll see certain terms like IRR, your internal rate of return, your cash on cash. We'll get into more of those and what those mean. But these are the factors, are the parameters that we look when we're looking at our assets to put on the marketplace, because we want to make sure that we're identifying, profitable investments for the community. So you can either become a fractional investor. You say, hey, I want to just invest in real estate, or you can join the ambassador program. You don't have to be an ambassador to invest. You can just be either or you can become the ambassador. You can do it all. But say you're just somebody who said, hey, I just want to invest. I want to build passive income. This is what I want to do. So we have a platform membership for that. It's a basic membership of $9.97. You invest in assets on the platform, and then you get a basic real estate education, guys. This is really important. Michelle was a corporate trainer by trade, so education is her passion. I'm an educator myself. That's our passion. So we always lead with education, because we believe that, with the right knowledge and the right information, you can make the right decision. You can make the right decisions for yourself. You can make the right decisions for your family. So we always lead with that education. So that's very important to us. And then we have our premium membership for $47 a month. That gives you access to the private listings. You get 72 hours before anybody sees the assets. You get to see them. And then you also get access to our exotic assets, like the marijuana grows, like the oil wells. You get access to those as well. So that is what that package allows you to do. And then when you look at our buyer experience, right? Our Tokenize Marketplace. This is again something that makes us different when we talk about the traditional real estate market and the traditional REIT, where you have to lock up your money for 5 years and you can't sell unless the entire portfolio sells. Well, with tokenized assets in our marketplace, you're able to sell within a year. Being that we're SEC compliant, we're told now we have the obligation to hold those assets for at least a year. But once that year is up, you have the ability to go to the marketplace and list your tokens for sale. So we'll take a quick look at what the marketplace looks like. And guys, you can go and see we do have live assets on the market. But this is a mock-up of what it would look like. So as we grow out and as we build it out, you'll see more and more assets hit our marketplace, but it'll look something like this. So you'll be able to click on the asset that you're looking at. You'll see what the target price is for that asset. You'll see how many tokens, the minimum to participate. These are two terms I want you guys to become familiar with: the cash on cash and your IRR. Your cash on cash is the money that you invested and your flat return on the money that you invested. The majority of our cash on cash, we typically are between 5 and 8%, right? And then you have your IRR, which is your internal rate of return. And normally that's the cash on cash plus the depreciation of the actual property combined gives you your IRR. So those are the two terms that you're going to be looking for when you're on the marketplace to decide where should I put my money, what investment makes the most sense for me, right? And then we'll have all of the pictures for you, all the details on the particular property, so you'll be able to see that. All of it'll be digital. So you'll be able to see that. And then if this is a property that you want to invest in, you would hit Tokenize there. It'll take you to this page here where you're able to either with USD buy tokens, or you're able to use cryptocurrency. So you pick which payment method you want to use, and then you verify your payment. You will get a receipt that your tokens have been purchased. Then you can go back into your back office. Right now, you're in your portal, your dashboard. You're able to see the assets now that you own. So it'll give you how many tokens you own, the value of your tokens, what your cash on cash and your IRR is, and then it'll tell you what your earnings are as well. So you'll be able to track that on a monthly basis. And then after the year, when you've held your assets, say I've held my assets for a year, I've done pretty well, I've been getting my monthly payments, everything is going great, but hey, life happens, I need to pull my principal. You're able to do that. You can take those funds and put them into the Tokenize Marketplace and then put them up for sale. But the great thing about this, and this is one thing also you have to know or understand. So say it's about 30 of us on this call tonight, right? So say if we all bought a property, but after a year, I decided, hey, I've done well, I'm ready to pull out. I'm able to pull out and put my tokens on that particular marketplace, sell my position in that particular asset, and get the liquidity that I need, so I could either buy another property or move to the next project, but I don't affect anybody else who's in this investment pool. That is the biggest thing. That is the biggest development that tokenization has done, because you don't have to sell you don't affect everybody else, and you have access to your instant liquidity. So that's big. That's really big. So, and then in your back office, you're also able to see all your movements. So everything that's happening, all your monthly earnings, all your rental income. If you are an ambassador and you have somebody coming in, you'll see everything back here. So all of your monthly movements will be housed there. And then also we have your system wallet that you'll have. We're an Omni Bank. So what that means, we're able to issue bank account, routing number, and also our own debit card. Now this will be I believe Q1, Q2 of next year, that we'll start to get the debit cards. But for right now, you'll have the options of either getting an ACH. You'll have the option of sending the money, getting your earnings in crypto, and then when the card is available, you can also put funds on the card and use it anywhere Visa is accepted. So that's our withdrawal options for our members as well. And then if you have a property, and we'll start to have those trainings as well to teach you guys how to prospect for these different properties in the marketplace. What property makes sense? What properties are we looking for? What type of properties are we looking for? Or if you have a property that you own yourself that you want to put on the platform, you're able to do so. So you're able to come here, put all the property address in there, all the details. You accept the terms and conditions, and then you submit that property to our underwriting department so they can evaluate it. Now, if that property is deemed to be a property that fits the criteria to put on our platform, you will receive normally within 72 hours. Our head of real estate, Ms. Rochelle, she does a great, amazing job at underwriting these properties. So they will do that. And then if it's approved, then you will get the information that that property has been approved, and then we will move forward with the tokenization project process. If not, then you'll get a notification that the property has not been accepted. So that's the marketplace in a whole, in a nutshell. And that's what you have to look for. So when we look at other players in the market, right? Because there's always other people doing it. We're never going to say that we're the only game in town. But the thing that we like to focus on is we're not focused on what everybody else is doing. We're focused on doing what we do to the best of our ability, right? So we look at some of the things that they offer is a low standard rate of return. I was having a conversation with our head of real estate, Rochelle Jones, and I was looking at, when we say we were looking at a 5% cap rate on the property that we were looking at, and I asked her, I said, you know, if we're looking at 5%, is that over an annual, over a year's period of time? And she was like, no, that cap rate is monthly. So guys, I want you guys to understand that, like, when you look at these cash on cash returns or whatever, you're not looking at something like over an annual period of time. You like, that's the cap rate that you're getting on your investment every month, which is unbelievable, right? Is great. So that's what I had. I got a clarification on that, so I wanted to make sure you understand that as well. But when you look at some of these other programs, you know, you have a 5% cap rate, but that's over a year's worth of time. So we're doing a little bit better than that. These other programs look to cut out the middleman. If you look at, you know, Jeff Bezos and some of the Amazon models that's out there, you know, is direct to consumer. You know, they cut out the middleman, they cut out the broker, and they're going direct to consumer. So that's what they do. And then they hold the investors' money up to 5 years, right? So that's another thing that the other programs do. And then some of them, you know, you have to be a qualified investor. So you have to be a accredited investor to even participate, which disqualifies a lot of our investors, right? So again, when we talk about Jeff Bezos, again, but for me, I look at it, this is another clue. If Jeff Bezos is in the digital real estate game, then, you know, he's been pretty successful. He might know something. So we're looking at what these other people who are playing in the market, but he invested $37 million into Arrive Home. Excuse me 1 second. There we go. 37 million into Arrive Home. So he's also in the space, right? And then you have Lofty. Lofty AI is another competitor in the space. And when we looked at what Lofty did, when we started out in this project, we looked at some of the things that they offer. They raised $5 million, but within 2 years, Lofty had a valuation, $100 million valuation in just 2 years. In 2 short years, that's what they were able to do in this market, right? So we saw the potential of what we can do with everything that we offer, not just some of the things, but with all that we offer. We really were excited about our chances in this market and what we can really do to disrupt this space, right? So some of our solution is, you know, we do have higher than average returns in most cases. Like when you think about the marijuana grow, you're going to get double-digit returns on that particular asset, right? So we sometimes, in most cases, we do give a higher than average return. We allow the middleman to participate. Our ambassador program, we believe, is the backbone of what we're doing, right? you guys are the new Keller Williams. You guys are the new Remax. So I want you guys to position that in your head. Like we're not just becoming, this is not like a network marketing thing, or this is not, and no shade to any of that, because we understand and we believe in that model. But I want you guys to take it a step further and say, we're the new Remax, we're the new Keller Williams, we're the new Gary Greens, and we're doing real estate on the blockchain. And that's revolutionary. You know, that is the evolution of what this space is coming to. And guys, you are first. Some of the people on this call right now will be the largest ambassadors, the new Gary Greens, the new Remaxes in the world, because we can do this anywhere in the world. So I'm excited for that. And then we only hold our investors' money up in 1 year. There's only 1 year holding period, and then you're able to take that investment and put it back into the marketplace and go and get liquidity if you need it. And then anyone can participate. And then multiple asset classes, like I said, from real estate to boats, planes, all of that will be coming online in the very near future. So when we look at the traditional real estate model versus the tokenized model, right? So if you're a traditional guy, you want to be a broker. It takes you at least 5 years out of your life in order to become a broker. You are able to recruit agents and have agents under you at that point, but you're still listed to your own state, town, your own jurisdiction, right? And the average cost is anywhere from around $350,000 in order to become a broker in the traditional model, right? But if we look at the ambassador model, and over here at Tokenize, day one, you have those same abilities as the 5-year broker. Day one, you're able to recruit other ambassadors to start to build out your own agency. Day one, you have a national database that you're able to participate in, and then starting Q1, Q2 of next year, you're talking about an international database when we expand throughout the globe, and the average price is around $25,000. Now we have, everywhere from $1,200 to $250,000, but on average, you're able to do the same functions at a fraction of the cost of the traditional model, right? And then when we look at what activity does a real estate agent have to do in order to be successful and have a decent closing rate, right? So 60 calls a day, 5 clients per week, the time 15 hours per week to close, on average, less than 1% or 1.2, 1.6, but less than 1% closing ratio. But think about this. Imagine if everybody, 97% of the people that you spoke with, had a conversation with, everyone around you were a potential client. And the truth is, guys, the potential is that everyone around you has access or should have access to $500 to invest in real estate. So those are buyers that are all around you. So that is the difference, and that is the benefit, because now everybody can qualify. You don't need a great credit score. You don't need the perfect profile. Your debt to income ratio doesn't have to be on point. Like, everybody gets to participate, and that's what's exciting about this opportunity. So if we combine both business models, we create a world-changing business shift in the investment world. And that's what we believe we've done. So from your tokenized associate all the way to your lead ambassador, these are the positions that you can hold. And you have 5 ways to get paid. So you have your listings that you can earn up to 2.5%. You have your buyers that you can earn up to 2.5%. You have your memberships up to 30% that you'll earn commissions on. You have your bonuses. That bonus pool is going to be absolutely amazing, guys. I want you guys to understand that. And then the package referrals, people that you bring in, you can earn up to 30% of that, right? So again, guys, one of the biggest benefits of being an ambassador is the education, right? You have in your CEO, Michelle Lilly, the first African-American woman in the world to hold a master's in blockchain technology. She has put this certification program together so you guys can benefit from her experience, her knowledge, and now you have a certification that says, hey, I am certified in a area that less than 1% of the world actually knows about and knows how to navigate. So what that does for you, that puts you ahead of the curve. That makes sure that you have an advantage in this market, because when this becomes mainstream and everybody's talking about blockchain technology and everybody's using crypto and everybody's doing tokenization, guess who they're going to look to first, right? They're going to look to the people who are out there, who've been out there educating, who's been out there discussing tokenization. And guess who that's going to be? It's going to be some of you guys on this call right now. You guys are going to be the subject matter experts in this particular space, a $867 trillion market. You're going to be a subject matter expert. And for you, I don't know about you, but that would make me pretty excited, right? But that's what you get with becoming an ambassador. So I think that's worth its price of admission by itself. Okay. But if you look at the different packages that we offer, you have your Tokenize Associate. This is a great position to start. If you want to get in for the first time and test the waters, you for your members in your listing, you make 0.5% of your members in your listings, and then 3% of your team earnings. That membership package is $12.94. And then you have your Tokenized representative. This is where you start to actually be able to benefit off the other people in your team, and building out that agency, right? So you get 1% of your members in your listings. You get 5% of the people that you directly enroll, and you have 2% of the people that they enroll, and that package is $49.97. And then you have your Tokenized ambassador. You get 1.25% of your members and your listings, 10% on the people that you directly enroll, and 7% on the people that they enroll, and that's $99.97. Then you have your regional ambassador, right? $25,000, guys. But this is the broker model right here. And this is also where the compensation starts to get really good. You get 1.5 on your members and your listings. On your team earnings, you get 15% on the people you directly enroll, 12% on the people that they enroll. But now, guys, you start to participate in that bonus pool, right? And how that bonus pool is made up. Every company has a compensation plan, and there's breakage. The amount of money that is not paid out to an ambassador or somebody in the field, that is the breakage. But we said, instead of that breakage going back to the company, we want to feed it back into our ambassadors, right? So part of that is going into a bonus pool. So company-wide, all the breakage that is going back from the productivity and the activity that's happening is going into a bonus pool, and you're able to participate not only the efforts that you do, but the efforts that everybody in the company is doing. So I think that's exciting. It's always in an effort to make sure that you guys are getting the best and incentivized to go out and share this platform with as many people as possible. Right. And then we have our national ambassador. This is our $50,000 package. You have 2% on your members, 2% on your listings, and now 20% of everybody that you bring in, and then 17% of the people that they bring in. But now you're participating in 20% of that bonus pool, right? And then we have an I executive. $100,000 package. You're getting 2.25% of your members and your listings, 25% of the people that you directly enroll, 22% of the people that they enroll. But now, again, 30% of that bonus pool you're able to participate in, right? And then you have your elite. Now, this is the top of the top. This is $250,000 package. You're getting 2.5% on your members, 2.5% on your listings, and then 30% of the people that you directly enroll, 27% of the people that they enroll. But then now 40% of that bonus pool is going to our elite ambassadors. And you're able to participate. So, guys, another thing that I want you to understand and just think about, we're right now, we're less than 100 ambassadors in this platform total, right? Less than 100 ambassadors, right? Imagine when there's 1,000 ambassadors. Imagine when there's 10,000 ambassadors. Imagine when there's 100,000 ambassadors all around the world, and you're participating in 40% of that breakage. Just your bonus pool check alone will be enough to do very well. I'll just put it like that. So that is what we're so excited about with this platform. And then when you look at it, it's not difficult to be successful, right? So say if you have 10 people that you personally enroll, right? And those five, five of them are associates, three of them are representatives, two of them are ambassadors. And you're on that regional ambassador level earning 15%. You just made $6,200, right? So out of those 10 people that you personally enroll, four of them duplicate your same efforts, right? So five of them go get another, five go get five associates, three representatives, two ambassadors. But on that second level, you're earning 12% off of the work that they're doing, right? So that's another $19,000, 19,896. To combine, you just earned $26,114, right? So at 25,000, and you just getting 10 people and those four people duplicating your efforts, you recouped your initial investment and you're in profit by just getting 10 people. Okay, I think that's exciting. And then we look at, again, another clue, guys. So why is tokenization of assets the future of finance? So if you guys are familiar with BlackRock, BlackRock is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. They have close to $9 trillion under management. Their CEO recently said, Larry Fink said, the next generation of markets, the next generation of securities will be tokenization of securities. So this is what the big guys are saying. And I want to point out just one more time, every time they use this word tokenization, guess who owns that? We do. So guys, the only thing left to understand is, how do you take part in this multi-trillion-dollar industry and become a tokenized ambassador today? Guys, I want you to get with the person who invited you to this call, and tell them that, hey, I'm excited. I want to know more about this tokenization. I want to figure out, how can I get involved? How can I get in front of an $867 trillion industry, and sign me up today? Or I have more questions. Regardless of what it is, I would just encourage you to take the action and thank them for thinking about you enough to put you in front of this opportunity and this information, because I truly believe that this is life-changing. And with that, we'll stop it there. And I hope everybody has a great evening. If there's any questions,